Hello, hello, what's going on? You know what time it is. Yes, yes. It's time for the Lock Marie Talk Show. How are you guys today on this beautiful Wednesday, evening at my neck of the woods? It's going on 6 p.m. Wherever you are, I hope you are safe, well, and happy. It is time for us to dig back deep into our book. You guys already know we are discussing how to stop dating the wrong Mr. and Miss Right and attract the right heart and keep it. Because, we can attract all day long, but you want to keep it. We don't want to have to keep going over and over and over again in relationships. That's some of us. I don't know. Some people may like that. They like the thrill of beginning and starting new and fresh. But most people I know, they're not trying to do that. They just want to get it right so they can move on and enjoy the rest of their life with their life partner. So let's dive in, all right? Let's see. Last time we were talking about marriage. We were talking about the one-sided marriages. You remember the key point to last time, what the key in relationship is on how to deal with the conflict. Because conflict is going to come in life, right? But it's how you deal with it. That's the key. That's the important thing, to learn how to deal with it. Okay? So let's dive in. It says one-sided marriages are not healthy. You will end up losing a part of yourself that you will not be able to get back. We had discussed that the last time, and then I kind of corrected that and said it's not so much as you won't be able to get it back, because if you believe you can get it back, you can get it back. Okay? So you have to go in with that mindset of, okay, this has happened, but it can be reversed. I remember on my corporate job I worked, there was this thing where no mistake is not fixable. You can always undo it. The way our computer systems were set up, there was always a way that if we did something or something was a human error, because humans make errors, it could always be corrected. So that was one of the stress relievers across the board when we were training people, or when we went into new positions or new departments. They always told you, whatever you do is fixable, so just relax, and so that's the same thing here. If you go into a relationship, go into a marriage with an open mind, with an open heart, and just realize that you can have a good one. It can be something to enjoy, to wake up to every morning and just really be grateful for. And it's kind of like your life. You have to set the tone for your life, and you have to set the tone for your relationships. Okay? It says, so for those who are reading and you may have already took the big plunge and you do not believe in divorce, all you can do or you should do is hang on in there and pray your way through it. Meditate your way through it. Affirm your way through it. But you can get through it. Like, I don't care where you are now in it, how things have come or went in your past. Your past does not have to dictate your future. Okay? Say right now you and your boo thing, or your sweetie, or your honey, or your hubby, or your wife. You know, we got all kind of names for them now. Say you are going through a little something, okay? And you're like, oh God, I don't know. We're not going to ever. See, when you say you're not going to ever get past this, when you say you're not going to ever get through this, or when you say you don't know how you're going to get, that's exactly what you're going to get, right? You have to stop and realize your words and your thoughts have power, okay? Death and life is in your words and your thoughts. So you have to speak life into whatever it is you're involved in. You have to have the belief, not what everybody else believes, not what the statistics have got you believing, but you can be the exception to the rules and to the statistics. But you first have to believe it. Okay? You have to know that we're going to get through this and we're going to get past this. You know, everything is working out. Everything is always working out. You have to put that into practice daily. Not just with your words, but with your actions and your feelings, which means you're excited. When you know everything is working out, do you walk around stressed? Do you walk around frustrated, upset? No. You walk around happy, singing, smiling, laughing. So you have to put yourself in that space before you actually see it in the physical, in order for you to actually see it in the physical. Okay? It says, even though if he or she was not the right person for you, but just someone that you chose, you did sort of set yourself up, of course, for destruction. But even then, prayer works. There is nothing impossible. The word says itself, I'm possible. Everything is it can happen. There is nothing too hard, but you must first believe it. Okay? If you feel you can hang on in there and make it work, all you need is faith. And with faith, you can do it. Give God a life and He will work everything out for your good. Even though I was raised that marriage was till death, I have learned that no one can truly say that that is only referring to a natural physical death. I know personally of many mental deaths, spiritual deaths, and emotional deaths. Some men or women can suck the life out of you like a vampire. I hope you will refuse to allow any man or woman to kill you physically or make you stay in a miserable condition until either he or she or you physically kill one another. Like, you don't ever want it to get to that point. Okay? It is very important that you make rational and sound decisions that work out for the good of everyone involved. This is even more important when there are children involved. Yes, it will be hard to adjust at times. You may have to deal with some lonely days and some frustrations, because until you get your mindset correct, or until you understand how to get past some of the things that you have been repeating over and over again in the relationship, it'll take you some time. But do not be discouraged, okay? If you look at it in the long run, it will be worth it. So take careful consideration when it comes to making important decisions of preparing to meet Mr. or Miss Right, or Mr. or Miss Next. If you are single at this point, especially if you did not do so or didn't do too well picking your ex. A lot of times we cannot blame anyone for our current situations but ourselves. We knew deep down inside that he or she was not the one, but we allowed others, we allowed loneliness, we allowed guilt to make us make covenants and vows with men or women that never really intended on being real or truthful. I know I have dealt with some crazy situations due to my choices. That is why I have made it my quest to warn others to take careful considerations when making this lifelong decisions. And I can truly say from my current situation that things can work out, and you can make, even though this may be your second time around starting a marriage, or third time, or fourth time, or fifth time, or even sixth, it's not too late. I am truly grateful for the man God has placed in my life now. We are truly blessed to have found one another. And I know, and that's why I'm here to be your witness, that it can be done. And you can find someone that is willing to put in the effort and the energy, positive energy, to make things work, and to make things work well. And it does not have to be hard work at all. Let's see, where were we? I lost my spot. And it is even more important, once again, when there are children involved. Okay? So that's what I'm finding out, and I'm seeing from, my own experience, and from friends and family experiences. When we have children, okay, we have to make better choices and decisions for our children. You must put your children in the equation when it comes to, especially now, if they're grown, or if they're 15, 16, and they, by maybe a year or two, they'll be going off to college, or who knows, getting married themselves, then I'm not talking about that. But when you have young children, then it is very important. You must always measure in them into the equation when it comes to picking and choosing your mates. It says, so next time before you start making plans in your mind for you and the man or woman, it might be a good idea if you make sure and find out whether he or she has the same or similar plans. Sometimes you have plans life out a certain way, and the other person has a whole total different agenda from the start. This goes for men as well as women. There are some women who also have ulterior motives. Example, some women just need a citizenship, or just need, a man to do stuff around the house. I mean, there's different reasons why people get with people. So they can, better their family, or I'm sure a lot of the different ball players and the different celebrities, they find that out sometimes, and they're learning